I am gonna talk to you today about the story of Girls at Scuba. This is our story, like this is part of the story, you are all part of the story right now, but my own personal story of how I came to find Girls at Scuba goes a little something like this. I was brought up in England with two brothers, a mum and a dad. My brothers still are the most amazing men I've ever met in my life. They brought me up, they gave me confidence. We grew together as a family by having two brothers and myself in the middle. So I had confidence, I had respect from men, I had these amazing men around me who ultimately kind of brought me to where I am today. When I was 22 years old, my mum passed away of spontaneous death. So one minute she was alive, the next minute she was dead. I was 22 years old and it completely changed my life. I kind of had two choices. So I give up or I carry on. And of course I chose to carry on, but I chose to carry on in a way that I never would have done before. I chose to follow my dreams and live my dreams, and I realised that life is very, very short. My mum was only 50 when she died. Life was short, there's so many things I wanted to do. Either I don't do them or I do them. I started to travel the world when I was 22. And I had the most amazing time, and I fell into scuba diving. And scuba diving was another massive aspect that changed my life. It was incredible. I realised that scuba diving was what I wanted to do, but I had absolutely no money because I quit my job and I had nothing. I was 22 in a backpack and I couldn't afford to scuba dive. So there was only one way that I was going to afford to scuba dive, was to start working in the scuba dive industry. I worked my way up to become a dive master. It took me a few years and lots of destinations, but I became a dive master, and with my newfound passion I went onto the PADI Pro website and I applied for every single dive master job that was out there, as most people do when they first become a dive master. And you know, you don't get many replies, but I did get one reply, and it was to a country called Micronesia. Micronesia is the wreck diving capital of the world. You've got 60, 70 shipwrecks, you've got a submarine, you've got Betty bombers. Wow. So tech divers, wreck divers, heaven. But of course I didn't know that. I had to Google where is Micronesia, what is in Micronesia. I had no idea. So I went along because it was the first job I was offered as a dive master. Got there, and I was the only female on staff. You know, that doesn't make any difference to me. I've got my brothers, I've got my dad, I'm strong, I'm confident, like men don't bother me. Like, bring it on, say what you want, it doesn't matter. First of all, I guess it was the customers that were a little bit disrespectful. We had a group of Russian men. I was introduced as the dive master. This is Sarah and she will be your dive master. The guy comes up to me and he's like, I know you said you're a dive master, but really you're masseuse, yes? You're the masseuse. And I was like, no, I'm your dive master and I'm going to help you penetrate wrecks. Instantly I was disrespected for being a female. Literally for being a female. I didn't get the respect that I deserved as a qualified dive master there. Right, whatever, like Russian men will be Russian men. But then the staff started to make comments. So the guys would make comments about how I looked in a bikini, and I was like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable about this, but it's nothing I can't deal with. You're making pervy comments and you're trying to take photos of me. Okay, now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. And then the manager said to me, you do know you are only hired because you look good in a bikini. I was like, yeah, no, like, that's not okay. It shook my confidence. You know, I almost felt like I didn't know how to stick up for myself anymore, even though I'd had this upbringing of knowing, and it was the first time that I ever felt kind of belittled and uncomfortable and I didn't know what to do. So the comments kept coming, you need to lose weight, like you should not be eating that, like constantly, like, oh, you changed your bikini, oh, your boobs look bigger in this one. And I was just like, this sucks. The scuba dive industry, the professional scuba dive industry sucks. I don't want to work in here anymore. So I left. I said to myself, I'm never ever going to work in scuba diving ever again. It took my confidence and I didn't know like what to do about it. I didn't know how. I was angry at myself for not sticking up for myself. I was disappointed in the men, and you know, I didn't really know what to do. So I moved to Hong Kong and my confidence was built back up. The thought never left me. I continued scuba diving. I scuba dives all around the world whenever I had time. But I never forgot about the way I was treated. And, you know, I thought to myself, one day, in my 15-story apartment in Hong Kong, not diving. I thought to myself, wait a second, if that affected me and I was a confident young girl and never had problems with men before, then what the hell are other women going through? What if someone has done something even worse than what they've done to me? And we're in the grand scale of things, we all know that that's not the worst thing. Someone telling you that you got hired, this is nothing. This has taken me 2 years, but now it's time to do something about it, because, you know, if this has happened to me, this has happened to lots of other girls. And I was like, right, okay, maybe there's already a community of women that I can reach out to and be like, yo, like, we should dive together, because as women we can be stronger together. And as women, you know, we can be like, yeah, like, do you think that's okay? Or what do you think I should say? Of course there will be a Facebook group, an Instagram, a website, of course there will be. So what I'll do is I'll just join. So I was typing in like female scuba divers, like girls diving, like, and all that was coming up was actually like amazing women who had done awesome things, like Sylvia, stuff that I can't reach out to her. She's like, you know, I don't have a contact, so I can't reach out to her. And I was like, what about the people, the us? What about us? Like, what do we have? So we don't have anything, we didn't have anything. So I thought, right, yeah, this is my chance. Like, this is my chance to do something, to change something, to make the industry different. So I literally started Facebook, Girls at Scuba, right? I'm gonna at least find some friends. If anything, I'm gonna find some female friends to dive. Next morning when I woke up, there was 100 members in the Facebook. I've got 100 new friends, okay? I've got 100 girls that I can talk to, but then it became larger and more people were being added to the group and more people were finding the group. And I was like, okay, so this thought that I had that maybe women need an outlet, need a platform, maybe this is bigger than I thought. But I continued traveling, I continued telling everyone about Girls at Scuba, like, join the group, join the Instagram, like, come on the website, hang out, let's hang out. And as I kept going, I realized more and more things that were becoming specific to women. One of the biggest kind of like setbacks I have at Girls at Scuba is men that say, but why do you need a girls group? Why can't we have a men's group? Why can't we have boys that scuba? Of course you can, I'm not stopping you, I'm not the scuba police. You can do whatever you can start boys that scuba. Why do girls need their own things? And I was like, I was in Egypt last week and I asked where the changing room was, where the dressing room, and they showed me an outside unisex shower. And I was like, I'm in my bikini and I'm in Egypt and there's quite a few men here, and if I go and have a shower outside, then everyone's going to look at me. I don't feel comfortable with that. These are the problems, all right? And then next time you go, I didn't bring my wetsuit. I'm like, hey, I'll hire a wetsuit. Usually I'm a UK 12, which is the medium. So I go and I want a wetsuit and I'm trying them on, and okay, the only one that fits is an extra large, or a men's large. And that doesn't matter, whatever it fits, but wait, why should I wear a men's wetsuit? Why should I wear an extra large? It looks rubbish. It doesn't fit me. Right. Like, why? I've got boobs, I've got hips. Like, why should I wear a men's wetsuit? And all of these obstacles kept coming up. And as Girls at Scuba kept growing, I'd kind of add these topics in and be like, anyone else like pissed off about why there's no like cool wetsuits? Anyone else pissed off that they think that women want to wear a pink size small wetsuit? Like, anyone else like not feel comfortable showering in their bikini after a dive with men? Anyone else, you know? So I started kind of adding to the community and just my own personal experiences, and then suddenly, you know, everyone else, all of you they get involved, and we start talking and we start being like, okay, cool, so these are the problems, these are the issues. So it's one thing knowing the issues and the problems, but then it's another thing doing something about it. So one of our biggest breakthroughs with Girls at Scuba that kind of took it over kind of a 5,000, 10,000 mark was the hashtag #MeToo movement. So, you know, when it was all coming out about like women that have suffered with sexual abuse or just like becoming uncomfortable, you know, I was sitting there and I was like, wow, like, you know, we're in an industry where we have to be in our bikinis and our bodies have to be at show, and where sometimes men try and help us in our wetsuits and touch us inappropriately. Like, we are in this industry that actually people don't talk about. So we did the hashtag #MeToo movement and everyone saw it, and then everyone started joining Girls at Scuba. Celebrated 2 years last week of Girls at Scuba, so we're brand new. All right, this story here, this now, us, like we're the newbies, right? We're the originals. Like, it's so small still, 2 years. but we hit 25,000 members on the Facebook group last week, or a couple of weeks ago. And our whole network is 200,000, okay? So people are starting to learn what Girls at Scuba is about. We still come across obstacles, even from women. The other day, I had a pretty kind of sour message from women saying, like, I'm not part of Girls at Scuba, but I've heard all you talk about is matching your nails to your wetsuit and matching and making sure that your hair doesn't get stuck in your when you're diving. And I was like, what's wrong with that? I don't care if you want to match your nails to your wetsuit. You're diving. You're becoming a scuba diver. You are making the ocean a different place. It doesn't matter if you want to match your nails. It doesn't matter if you want to talk about your hair getting trapped. It doesn't matter who you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be in any form, but all you have to be is something that scuba dives. I believe that one person can make a difference to the ocean, but I believe truly that a group of women can change the world. And I think that Girls at Scuba are going to be the people, the women that can really change the ocean. We have a voice and we use it and we're confident and we're together, and this is what the scuba dive industry needs. We will change the scuba dive industry. We're only 2 years old. We have 200,000. In the next 2 years, it's going to double, it's going to triple, and soon we're going to be inspiring girls that aren't even born yet, inspiring girls that can't even talk yet, that can't even walk yet. Like, this is the new generation of girls that are going to come through us, and we are the example, and we are the leaders, and we are the ones that are going to change it. As I said to you before, you girls, you're part of the story, and everyone that joins and everyone that becomes a scuba diver, a female scuba diver, is part of the story. And it's just about being a community and staying together and dealing with our problems together and shouting about our problems and not being afraid. So thank you for being part of Girls at Scuba.